Hello, this is Cassie Cooper with Cooper Coaching Services. I'm trying to find the right lighting. I am here with you live for our Fabulous Friday Week 3. And oh my gosh, the lighting in this room is really not that great, but that's okay. Let's move forward. Okay, here, this is a little bit better. Great, so hey Bradley, glad you're here. I hope I can entertain you today. Okay, so for week 3, here is our big focus. So far in our Fabulous Fridays, this is week 3. So the first week we talked about your accomplishments, focusing on what you accomplished in 2017 and making sure that you are recognizing yourself for those things and pushing yourself to celebrate your big accomplishments, recognizing it so that your brain can register what it is that you've done that's been so amazing that you really like about your 2017. It's important for you to allow your mind to know what's important to you and what is celebration worthy. So that was what the video in week 1 was all about. It was really funny because I was sideways. So then week 2, last week, we talked all about dreaming your big dream, coming up with your big goal, your big achievement. So if you were thinking back and you were writing, let's say you ran into a friend 5 years from now that you hadn't seen in the last 5 years, you would say to them, hey, let me tell you about all the cool things, the great things that I've accomplished over the last 5 years. Or maybe it's 10 years, whatever you chose, your time frame was for your big dream, because it was all about dreaming the big dream, not limiting yourself and allowing yourself to just truly envision what you want from your life, what you want to make yourself happy and proud, and what are the big accomplishments you want to accomplish in whatever area of life that you decided you wanted to focus in. So great job. I know you took the time to write that down, and if you didn't, it's okay. You can do it now. So this week, I want to move forward from that because every month is going to be a slightly different focus. So I want to make sure that this month we have wrapped up you coming up with your huge big dream, your huge big plan, what you want to move forward with in your life. What do you want to accomplish? Those things that you never thought you would. You never imagined that it would be part of your life. The little thing that's been in the back of your mind, and every time you've thought about it to this point, you've dismissed it. You've said, no, I can't do that for XYZ reason. So we're writing it down, getting it out of our head, putting it down on paper, and trying to move forward from that. So here's the next thing. Here's the 2 things we're going to cover in today's live video. Is 1, we want to talk about how to put energy behind your big dream, how to build energy and momentum and keep you moving forward when you run into obstacles and things that might otherwise hold you back from moving forward. So that's going to be our first huge focus. The majority of this live is going to be all about that. And then secondly, we're going to focus on what is your highlight reel. So what are the things that are going to be your benchmarks along the way that are going to be things you celebrate once you've accomplished them. So let's go ahead and get started. I know we're starting early today, so please forgive me for that. I am attending a training where I'm going to meet all kinds of other coaches in the area because it is the Florida National Coaches Association. So I'm super excited to be meeting a bunch of coaches today. So that starts at 11:30, and that's why we're starting early today. And if you came at noon when you thought it was going to be air, I hope you enjoy watching the playback of this video. So please forgive me for doing a little early today. I mean, who does things on Fridays other than me, of course? Just kidding. Okay, so let's get started. So let's add energy behind your big goals, your big dreams. So we're going to create a why statement. Yes, a why statement. And what this is, let me explain what it is. The why statement is all about you thinking about if you, when you, let's say when you achieve this big dream that you have now written down and that you've now taken time to put down on paper, when you achieve that big dream, why is it going to be important for you? What's it going to do for you? What will it bring to your life that is going to make it just absolutely amazing? How is it going to change your life? What is it going to bring into your life? What will your life be like once you have accomplished this big goal? That's what we're focused on in our why statement. So here's how it works. You will sit down and you'll read your dream statement that you wrote out. You can either read it to yourself in your mind. You could do a video like this and record yourself reading it and then listen back to it. Or you could read it out loud to yourself. But here's the key. As you are listening or, reading it to yourself, as you're reading it yourself, what you want to keep in mind for yourself is, why is this important to me? How is it going to change my life? And what will it bring to my life? What will it bring to me that is going to bring me great joy? That is going to excite me? How will my life be when I've accomplished this? So you're thinking of all of these things as you are reading your big dream statement. So read it, and you might have to read it a few times. And I really want you to go deep and be vulnerable. And I know that's saying be vulnerable, that's really difficult. Being vulnerable is not something that comes easily to everyone. When you are writing this why statement, it wouldn't be surprising if maybe you had a few tears. If you're really opening yourself up and you're really being vulnerable, then as you're writing this why statement, as you're saying, this is what my life is going to be like when I accomplish this, allow those emotions to come forward. Allow those emotions to be portrayed within what you're writing. And it's so important that you have as many emotions as you possibly can as you're writing this why statement, and just really let it all out there. Here's how my life would change. This is what it would mean to me. This is where it would put me. This is how I would be as a person. This is how it would affect other people in my life. Really let it all out there and just write it. Now, I'm saying write your why statement. Now, this could be one long paragraph. It could be a couple fairly long paragraphs, or it could be a couple of pages. It's really how much you're going to put into it. How much emotion, how much time, how much thought, how many details are you going to put into your why statement? And it's so important that you put as much as you can, as much as yourself, as much as your energy that you can into the why statement. It's so super important. So let me explain to you why it's important, what it's going to do for you, how it's going to help you to stay on track as you make way towards your big dream. This is the energy. This is the wind beneath your wings. This is the emotion. This is the thing that's going to keep you on track when you get off track. Because how many of us have written a goal down, set a New Year's resolution, even dreamed the big dream of what you wanted to accomplish before, and it didn't take any time at all for you to get derailed from it? It didn't take you any time at all. Like maybe a month later, I saw statistics the other day that said that 80% of the people who set New Year's resolutions are already not focused on them anymore. That's crazy, right? Well, it's because people don't take time to do this. They don't take time to write down their why statement. They don't take time to really focus on how it's going to change their life and what it's going to do for them to move their life forward. So that is why the why statement is so important, because it adds energy, it gives you a base, and when you get off track, it gives you something to look back on and think, okay, well, why did I want to do this in the first place? And the more you put into it, the more energy, the more emotion, the more time that you put in to developing this why statement, the better it will be for you. Now, I know this month we've already covered like 3 huge topics, and this is one of them. And I will say that this is kind of like the highlight reel for coaching. When you work with a professional coach, when you work with me, these are the type of things that I focus on with you. But we go way more in depth, and we also talk about, okay, what are your triggers? What are some of the things that when you read your big dream statement, what are the things that come up that are kind of like in your mind, you're going, yeah, right, I'm not going to be able to do that. And we pull out those things and we talk about, okay, why do you feel like you can't achieve that? Same thing with your why statement. When you're doing your why statement and something makes you really emotional and it's triggering something deep inside of you, we talk about that. Okay, well, what is this? What is it triggering for you? So that's kind of the added things. When you work with a coach, I'm giving you the highlight reel. If you're a go-getter and you're all about doing things all on your own, you could totally watch these videos and get your life on track and boom, be achieving huge goals all on your own. But if you're someone that needs a little extra, you need a little someone extra to kind of hold you accountable, move you forward. Maybe you have some big hurdles you need to get over. Oh, sorry about that. That's where coaching comes into play for you. So just a side note. So let me tell you a story. I want to tell you how the why statement is important, what it's going to do for you. So let me give you a recent example of myself and my husband, Bradley, who is watching. We decided this year that we wanted to shed some of our extra pounds. You know, we really don't live up north where it's super cold, so we don't need all these extra layers to keep us warm. So there's no need for us to have this layer of fat on our body that for insulation, because we live in Florida and it's hot here. So we've decided this year that, you know, together as a team, we're going to work on losing weight. And it's not about a huge diet. We don't want to do some crazy diet where we're going to, you know, take weight off and then put it right back on. It's about a lifestyle change. It's about learning to the better ways to eat, how to be healthy, how to just, you know, make better choices for ourselves. What are some adjustments that we can make in our diet that's going to help us? And we've both lost weight, which is awesome. But that doesn't mean that there weren't times when already, just over the last couple of weeks as we've been doing this, that there hasn't been temptations and there has been things that have derailed us. We went to his parents this weekend, and his mom always has all these great snacks like sitting around everywhere, all over the whole house. Every room you walk into, there is food. And we really had to focus on making healthy choices, making good choices. And that doesn't mean that we didn't cheat. We did fall off the wagon a little bit. We both had things this weekend that were not on our diet, but it wasn't like we fell off so hardcore that it threw us completely off. We didn't get completely derailed. We just took a little different track. And another thing that we've talked about together is Super Bowl's coming up. And oh my gosh, all the delicious food that is Super Bowl. You got your buffalo chicken dip, you got your queso dip, like anything good and yummy with cheese. You got pigs in a blanket, all this wonderful food that everybody always has for Super Bowl, and it's so delicious and so yummy. And we've talked about, okay, how are we going to stay on track during all these temptations that could totally derail us? Well, the whole point of this story is, this is where the why statement comes into play. So when I'm sitting there and I'm staring at the strawberry cake, strawberry bundt cake that his mom has sitting there, just calling my name and wanting me to eat it, in my mind I'm thinking, why am I doing this? Why am I on this track? Why am I on this eating healthier and shedding some pounds? What's important to me about that? And then I also think about, what's it gonna do for me when I lose all this weight? How am I going to feel? What is it going to improve about my body? How, and what things will I be able to do that maybe I don't feel comfortable doing now? And that's what I think about. That's what I go to. And it totally helped me. I did not have any of the strawberry bundt cake. And that's what I'll do at Super Bowl too. When I think about, now that doesn't mean that I'm not gonna get off track a little bit. It doesn't mean that I'm not gonna have a chip with buffalo chicken dip. It just means I'm not gonna have a whole plate of it. And it's gonna keep me on track. So that's how it works with your big dream as you're moving toward your goals. When you have things that derail you, it's what this why statement is so important, because it's what keeps you on track and keeps you moving forward. So an example from work, several years ago, I wanted to move into management, and it had been my goal for a super long time. And obstacles kept coming. Like at one point, they actually even told me that I was going to get a promotion, that I was going to move into management in the next couple of months. And then all of a sudden, there was a hiring freeze. And then all of a sudden, I wasn't going to get a promotion. And it took me a whole nother year to actually get the promotion. Even though I was already doing the work, I was already serving in the role, I was already performing at a high level, already doing the management work. It took me a whole year before I actually got the title and actually got to move into the role. And let me tell you, it took some real strength and some real dedication to stay focused on this big dream, this accomplishment that I wanted, when there was this huge obstacle in my way. So that's what the why statement does for you. It keeps you on track. It keeps you focused. When you lose all hope, or when you get completely derailed from what you're doing, like completely off track, this why statement, you can go back and you can read it. Read your dream and then read your why statement, and it's the thing that's going to keep you going and keep you motivated. And if you, like I said last time, put it into your schedule to read it like every night before you go to bed, and you really get it to where it's implanted into your brain, then when you're standing there and you're looking at the buffalo chicken dip and you're thinking, oh my gosh, I love buffalo chicken dip, it's the thing you can go back to. You can check it in your mind, bring it up in your scope of thinking, and you can think, okay, why am I doing this? Why am I looking to achieve this big goal, and how is it going to help me to move forward? So the same thing in my work. I'm at home all day, and it's really hard to work at home because there's so many distractions. Could I be watching the TV show that I really want to watch, that I can't wait to see what happens next? And could I just go in there and turn on the TV and get started doing that? Absolutely, I could. I could do that every day, all day, until I finish the whole series if I wanted to. But I have to keep focused on what is going to move my business forward and what is going to change my life. Because I have huge plans for the next 5 years and for the next 10 years. I have a 10-year plan and I have a 5-year plan. And there are some huge things that I need to accomplish. So I have to stay focused and I have to stay moving forward. My why statement is what does that for me. Okay, so let me move on to point number 2, because I want to make sure I end within the 30 minutes. So your task, before I move on, your task for next week is to take your big dream statement that you have written, take that big dream statement, read it back to yourself, and write a why statement from that. Full of emotion, full of why it's important to you, full of how it's going to change your life, full of what your life will be like when you achieve this, all of the people that will be involved, how you will feel about it, how proud you will be. Write it all out, write your big why statement, and then make it a habit for yourself every night before you go to bed to read your dream statement and read your why statement, to implant it into your brain, get it to where it's implanted completely into your brain. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Completely, make sure that it is that you are putting energy and power behind your dream so that you can stay on track and not get derailed. All right, so the second point that I want to talk about is and this one it ties into the February. So February, what we're gonna do is we're gonna focus in. So right now we're focusing big picture, 5-10 years, creating this energy behind it. In February, we're gonna focus in. So I'm gonna talk about how to take the big thing and focus in so that you can start taking steps now. So this next one ties into that. So the next class next Friday will actually go way more in depth on this specific topic, but I want to get you started thinking about it. So as you're reading your big dream statement and your why statement, I also want you to pick out what is your highlight reel. Yes, what is it that are going to be your huge, big, key points that you're going to hit along the way, that are going to be your benchmarks for knowing that you're on track toward your why? What are going to be the big celebration points? So what is the things that you will take the time to actually celebrate based on your achievements along your path to your 5 or 10 year dream? So pick out your highlight reel. So what is it that when you accomplish X from your dream statement, when you accomplish that, you are going to do something specifically to celebrate. So maybe it's that you're going to go to a dinner, maybe it's that you're going to have a glass of champagne, maybe that you're going to invite your friends over and tell them what you've accomplished and celebrate it. Maybe it's you're going to go on Facebook Live and you're going to talk all about how this great thing that you've done, whatever it is. Pick out your highlight reel of what it is along the path to you accomplishing your big dream that is going to get you to that place of accomplishment, that place of these are the stepping stones, these are the benchmarks, these are the big things that are key to me moving forward and getting to the point of accomplishing my big dream. So pick those out and just make a list. Just make a list of those things. So those are your 2 assignments for this week, your 2 tasks to complete before next Fabulous Friday, which is a week from today. So write your big why statement, put lots of energy and lots of oomph behind it, and then pick out your highlight reel. Pick out your big benchmarks, your big accomplishments, your celebration points along the way, sorry for the interruption, along the way to your big dream. Yay, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for you. And here's the thing, I can't wait to hear about it. I want to know what it is that you're focused on and what you're trying to achieve. And I want to help you along the way. That's what this is all about, is me helping you, serving you, helping you to accomplish what you want to accomplish. So my email address is Cassie, K-A-S-S-Y .Cooper, C-O-O-P-E-R @outlook.com. So Cassie.Cooper @outlook.com, K-A-S-S-Y .C-O-O-P-E-R @outlook.com. Feel free to email me. Email me your big statement, your big dream, and your why statement, and your highlight reel if you want. It's always important to write things down and to share them. When you share them with people and you share them with your friends, you are more likely to achieve them because you're sharing them with people. So shoot me an email, or you can private message me on Facebook if you're more comfortable with that, and just let me help you. So here's the thing, like I said before, you can accomplish your big dream all on your own just by following these steps and sticking to it. But if you feel like you tend to get off track, or you tend to derail easily, or maybe you just don't even know where to start, or maybe you want more explanation on all of these things I'm telling you to do, all these tasks and things, reach out to me. I am a coach. That's what I do. I'm an integrative NLP coach. I work with people all the time to accomplish their big dreams, and I know that I can help you accomplish yours if you need help, if you want help. If not, then keep enjoying these videos, because I'm giving you everything that you need to accomplish them all on your own. But I would love to help you if you want some help. And if it's like getting your business on track, if it's going to the next level, whatever it is for you, I'm here for you to help you. So like this video, share this video, comment on the video, and let me know what are the great things that you took from it that you're going to incorporate. And let's move forward together. You and I'm here to help you. Cassie Cooper, Cooper Coaching Services, thank you so much for joining me live and watching this after the fact, if you're joining at noon and watching it. And I am gonna go learn some more awesome stuff that I can bring to you to help you move your life forward so that you can achieve more. Because my motto is all about discovering your more and helping you uncover the champion inside of you. So have a great week. I will talk with you next Friday. Thank you for joining. Talk to you soon. Cassie Cooper.